So hello everyone, it's Janine here. I am the Pricing Lady. Welcome back to the show, our weekly show, Live with the Pricing Lady. I work with small business owners to help them understand how to set their prices and close more deals. Today, I have a very, very special guest. I am absolutely thrilled to have Sujitha Miranda with me. Hello, Sujitha. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Janine. Happy to join you.
Thank you. I also see we have a couple of people watching live, so hello and welcome to you. As we go through this interview, if you have questions, be sure to pop them into the comments below. I will be checking there from time to time so that we can address your questions if they come up live. Now, usually on this show, we talk about pricing. Today, we're going to deviate from that because I wanted to have Sujitha come on here and share with us what she's doing in the organization Bookbridge. So before we get into that, Sujitha, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you, Janine. Hi, everyone. I am Sujitha. I'm from Sri Lanka. Actually, I'm married. I have a son of 14 years. And I live in the central part of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is a beautiful country, a small island with beautiful nature. I'm coming from this island, and I studied in my hometown, the same province where I'm living now. It's a beautiful hill country, and I'm working for Bookbridge, which is a social enterprise. I'm working as the country manager for Sri Lanka, handling a group of learning centers in Sri Lanka. I'm also an education journalist for Sunday Times newspaper in Sri Lanka.
Wow, excellent. That's super exciting. So hello to those of you who are joining us. As I said, our guest today is Sujitha Miranda from Bookbridge in Sri Lanka. Now, you might be wondering how we actually got connected and what is the connection to pricing. So as I said, we're not going to be talking about pricing, but the reason that I was able to meet Sujitha is actually because I'll be going to Sri Lanka next week to work with her on one of the local Bookbridge programs. So Sujitha, why don't you start by telling us a bit about Bookbridge, maybe how it started and what you're doing there in Sri Lanka?
Yes, Bookbridge is very special for me because Bookbridge always develop people, leaders, while creating social impact to do what they really are. So this is something started in 2009, and Bookbridge celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. And this is started in Mongolia when a group of scouts traveled to Mongolia. They found that there is a need there in Mongolia they have to support. So coming back to Switzerland, these young scouts, they started first learning center in Mongolia in 2009. From that onwards, Bookbridge has started many learning centers in many places. This happens in a very different way. We have a very special program, a capstone program. This is a brand for Bookbridge. How this happened is, this is an accredited program. Some very famous organizations, they send their employees to do this program. And through this program, we create tangible social businesses in various developing countries. So these are social businesses to do something for the community. Excellent. So this is how Bookbridge came into Sri Lanka as the third country. Now we have reached to 10 countries. Now in Sri Lanka, they reached in 2015. They were interviewing some very passionate person to start the first social enterprise. So at that time, out of 100 applications, I was the one selected as the center head first. So first Bookbridge select a passionate person, and for that community, we never select a place and a business, then start a program. So these young leaders from various organizations in Europe and very leading organizations, they work on this or enterprises to start in local places. So that's how I came as a country head, community hero, we call, that's the learning center head. Right. So when learning centers grew in Sri Lanka, now we have 4. Wow. Bookbridge wanted a country manager. So with my hard work and how I had connections with the Bookbridge family, I was able to become the country manager. So in Bookbridge, we have many, it's a family. With there are some impact investors, various organizations sending their employees. We have fellows who come and work in these social enterprises. Lots of things happening in Bookbridge.
Right. Excellent. Wow, that's really amazing. So, for example, when I was working in the corporate world, my company could have worked or partnered up with Bookbridge to be able to do social enterprise projects in one of these 10 countries that you're in now. That's amazing. And so the other part of the story of how Sujitha and I met is actually because I do work here in Basel and in Switzerland with the Startup Academy, and the Startup Academy is one of the partners with Bookbridge, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, as in Bookbridge Sri Lankan Learning Centers, we are trying to do some very special programs to do something for the young adults. In Sri Lanka now, the present government also encouraging social enterprises or enterprises to bloom from young adults' minds. So this is something much needed as a country like Sri Lanka. We have all the resources. We are full of resources. So everyone, the young adults should do something to the business world. They have creative things. So we are trying to support these young adults to become entrepreneurs. Right. So one of this idea, we started with the support of Startup Academy as the facilitators and the program providers, and also Rising Tide Foundation with Bookbridge. They are supporting for our other, running the program cost. And with this, we are doing an entrepreneurship program in Sri Lanka, Cambodia, Mongolia, in parallel, the same thing. So Sri Lanka is piloting in October, and then it follows by Mongolia and Cambodia in November.
Okay. So actually next week.
Yeah, actually next week. And you and I think Femke from US, right?
I'm from the US originally. Femke is from the Netherlands originally.
Netherlands. So you are the 2 facilitators joining, and we are looking forward to work with you.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting. Now, before we got on this, or before we got on and went live, we were talking about the stigma, I guess you could say, that entrepreneurship has in the culture there. Could you maybe tell people a little bit about that and what we're doing to change it?
You mean the program or in the Sri Lankan entrepreneurship?
I mean, more, you were talking about how entrepreneurship is seen as for, people who are educated versus people who are educated. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, actually in Sri Lanka, there's a mindset, especially the ones who are starting a micro or a small business. They think that if I have an idea, if I have some money, I can start. I don't want to learn about a business. So this is the mindset we have. And when they are running a business also, they think that whatever they do, and income and expenses, they just do. So they don't put effort to learn how to do this. This is when you come to big businesses. Yes, there are people who are doing business management course and everything, but these micro people and small businesses, they never think of this. So what happens in 2 years or 3 years when the business fails? They don't know why. They just close it. So this is we see in our day-to-day life. We meet many people closing their business. So we thought of educating these people to do a successful business.
Right. And this is something that, so when I started my business 2 years ago, people said you need to make sure that, one, you invest in your business, and two, that you get help, because you can't do it alone. There are people who manage eventually to do it alone, but most of us need help along the way. And of course, when you're shifting from an employee mindset to a business owner mindset, one of the biggest mindset shifts is, employees see everything as a cost, but business owners need to see things as an investment, even for the medium and long term. So that's really what you're talking about here. I find that very interesting. Yeah. So what other kinds of, let me just say hello to those of you who are watching live. If you have any questions for Sujitha or myself, please be sure to type them into the comments. I'll keep looking over there to see if anything comes up. And please do give us a shout out and say hello as well. So Sujitha, let me ask you this. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about some of the other programs, maybe not entrepreneurship related, that you're doing there in Sri Lanka?
Actually, we have 4 learning centers in 4 different places, districts. One is in Bandaravela, the other one is in Monaragala, and then Kakirava, Batiklo. Every learning center not doing the same. Every learning center do a community research first and find the community need. Okay. So that Batiklo Learning Center is completely different. They do very different musical things and something like social innovation programs. And Kakirava Learning Center mainly focusing on English, so developing the English. And that Monragala Learning Center, they are also focusing on English and also some young adults courses, like some professional courses for them. Bandaravela Learning Centers mainly focusing on young adults to do something like a career guidance for them, and we do some management programs, we do some marketing programs. So we have partnered with many people who could offer some courses for Bookbridge Sri Lanka and all the learning centers. So with them, different learning centers doing different programs. Not that we all fix one program and you have to do this community. They have to do a research and find what should we do to our own community. Every community, that's why we call not the learning center head or branch manager, we call them community heroes. So they are the ones find the community need and do something for the need.
Yeah. Well, that's really fascinating. So now I'm curious, because maybe I have a misunderstanding in, say, India and Sri Lanka and whatever, that English is very commonly spoken. Is that not the case, or is it the case in Sri Lanka?
It is the case. Now, if you take in the main organizations like banks, all the finance companies, everyone, wherever you go to work, you need English.
Okay.
You have to speak in English. Everything, the meetings conducted in English, everything. But the problem is in the rural, when you come to the other provinces other than these leading cities, the speaking skills is everyone can understand, speak a little, but not that level. So they are very good in written English. So the fluency in English is a problem because they don't get opportunities to speak. So that's why we do in our learning centers to make them speak so that they can fit to the job market easily.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent. So is English then part of the school system there?
Yeah, we do English from grade 3 onwards to their high schools. So the written English is good in almost all the students, if at least to the average level. But the speaking, they don't get chances to speak.
Right. Okay. No, that's. I mean, I moved to Switzerland when I was about just over 30, and that was when I first started learning German. I remember what a challenge that was. And I've also then afterwards I was in South America, and I was trying to learn Spanish, and it took me about 2 weeks to kind of shove the German out of my head and start to roll with the Spanish a little bit. But if you don't use it, as soon as I left South America, the Spanish just vanished, except for a few very interesting phrases.
Yeah, because in Sri Lanka, we have 3 languages. We have Sinhalese, Tamil, and English. All 3 are needed.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Are they spoken pretty much throughout the country then, or are
Yeah.
like Sri Lankan and Tamil? You said, are they spoken in different regions?
Actually, everyone need everything because it's a Sinhalese speaking country mainly, but there are equally Tamil speaking people also. Muslims and Tamils, they speak. So everywhere, if you have all three languages, you have better opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I'm just saying hello to one of our viewers, our live viewers today. So hello, Satish. Welcome. We're happy to have you here on the show, watching us. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know, you or anybody else who's watching live. Okay, so so I understand now more, why. So some of them are really focusing on the English because it's something that helps elevate people's potential in terms of how they can support their families and what kind of jobs they can get. I guess that would be one of the main reasons. Yeah. Cool. Excellent. So next week we're going to be running this Entrepreneurship Bootcamp. This is the second pilot in Sri Lanka. You did one earlier this year.
This is the third, actually.
The third. Oh, okay.
Actually, first we did provincial-wise. We did it in Bannaravela, the first one. Then we did it in Hakirava. Now we have a concept with taking from all over Sri Lanka. So may I share the structure of this and how it works?
Excellent.
Okay. So we have a 5-day boot camp first. So in this boot camp with you, Janine and Femke, they are the facilitators. We are going to support the entrepreneurs to do a business in a very professional way, how you should do. So in this camp, we will be focusing on all kind of small business elements and what they need to do. And after this, at the end of this workshop, we will be partnering each learning entrepreneur with a learning partner, either from anywhere in the world or someone who's locally, depending on their language, English ability. So when we partner them, they have to work for 2 months to prepare their business plan. So they will be working virtually to prepare their own business plan. So each entrepreneur has their own expert to support them. And then after these 2 months, they have to bring a business plan, and we will be calling the panel for the pitching. So there will be a local panel with some bankers, or there could be some investors, also international panel, a jury to watch their pitching and support them with the business plan. So they have to pitch their business. And if they have any special requests, like funds or some other supports, some more knowledge, they can ask from the panel. And the jury will give them feedbacks and give them support to improve their business plan and the business. And then after this pitching, they have to work another 2 months on how to implement. Now it's only a plan. So how to implement this business plan into my business. They have to, with the same learning partner, they get support. Virtually, they work together to implement in their business. And module 5 will be like assessments and certificate award ceremony. So this is how it goes. So this program starts in October and ends in March.
In March, yes, exactly. So I'm so excited to be coming over there. And Femke and I have been working, to put together a program that we think will really give people the results that they're looking for and the energy and motivation. So sometimes the hardest thing in starting a business is keeping that energy level going and even when it's tough, still going forward with it. So we're really excited about that. Now we have a few more people who have joined us live here. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. And with my guest here, with Sujitha, we're going to wrap things up in a few minutes. So if you have any questions, be sure to pop them down below. Now, one of the things that Femke and I agreed that we wanted to do next week is give people the opportunity to get comfortable pitching. So as we go throughout the week, they will have more than one. They will have several opportunities to start pitching different parts of their business idea, and that will build up until the end of the week when they do the first formal pitch in front of a live audience of their learning partners and other people, and they'll get feedback on that. So we're also super excited to do that. I was going to call you Femke. Sujitha, is there anything else you'd like people to know before we start wrapping this up?
Actually, there are a lot of things happening in Bookbridge Sri Lanka and also Bookbridge globally. So just visit our page bookbridge.org and see there are so many opportunities waiting for you. So just if you are interested in becoming one of this partner, one of this member, you will come into a global Bookbridge family, and we will meet every second year in Black Forest in Germany for a family gathering, Okay. So this is very fantastic, and the support they are giving to each other, working together. That's why I feel very proud of being a Bookbridge family member.
Yeah, it really sounds like it is a family, and I look forward to meeting other family members over the next week in the future. Yeah. So if people want to get directly in contact with Bookbridge in Sri Lanka, they can connect with you at this link here on Facebook. So they can find your Facebook page there and connect with you directly. So I will also pop these into the comment sections below after we close this out, so that if you'd like to connect with Sujitha or you have questions about Bookbridge, you can go check that out and get in contact with them. So Sujitha, thank you so much. I need to wrap this up because I actually need to go start packing. I haven't packed anything for my trip yet, and I leave tomorrow. So we'll be getting on a plane tomorrow afternoon and heading your way, and I will see you then on Saturday.
Okay, looking forward to meet you. And thank you, viewers, for the live video. Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome. Thank you for being on the show. To all of you who are watching, thank you so much for joining us live. If you didn't catch the beginning of this, be sure to go back and listen again. And if you have any comments and you'd like to reach out to us, please leave some comments in the area below this video, and we will get back to you and answer any questions that you have. We appreciate you being here. Now, next week, I will be, as you know, in Sri Lanka, so I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do a live show. There may be. I have some ideas in my head, but if not, I will be back with you the following week when I will have guest Donna Levy Hoffman on my show, or Hoffman. I hope I said that right. Dana, if I didn't, I'm so sorry. She's from Organolicious, and she's going to talk to us about her pricing journey. So in 2 weeks, if you don't hear from me next week, in 2 weeks, we will be back onto the pricing topic, and we're going to learn about how Dana has done pricing in her business over the years. So until next time, everybody, if you have questions for me, you can always find me at thepricinglady.com. Otherwise, I wish you all the best and enjoy pricing, everyone. See you next time.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.